And project management responsibilities, project triple constraints, etc. These are aspects. So this exercise on MS project software, that depends on whether the software available with your systems or not. If there is no such software availability, then we can look at other alternative. And we have 3 tasks, right? The task 1 is open book examination on 17th 11, that we can modify if at all you are not comfortable at that time. But most probably we can complete, because after 9th December, if we prolong beyond 9th December for the assignments and all, then again vacation will be there. There will be a problem, even though we are taking this much risk and taking or giving you units and completing the chances of completing the program and getting graduated. That purpose may be defeated if we go beyond certain limit, right? So that is the reason why I just wanted to make the close, what we call closer due dates for the completion of the things, so that we can make everything complete by at least 10th or 15th December, so that there will be no problem for me to spare my time up to 15th December, so that I cannot wait till the Christmas and the break. These all will disturb us, right? The first task is open book exam. The second task is you have to prepare a small project with the network diagram, which is called Cow Growers project or Cow project. That is explained in the unit outline properly. Then third one will be the one is quiz, right? Second is network diagram. Then third one is house win project. So this is after learning you can understand. The exam will be exam consists of short answer questions, multiple choice questions, true or false, and so on and so forth. As you all know how the quiz, Moodle quiz will be there, and you may be given time. It will be set for a whole day from morning 12:01. That means 01 minutes of the day to 12 o'clock night, 24 hours. We'll make it available so that you can have any 3 hours or 2.5 hours, I think. You can have the quiz during the time, whatever the time comfortable for you. And these 3 tasks you may have to complete and need to submit as early as possible, so that we can have the grading and you will be going to the graduation without fail, right? So these all just to go download you are already given the what we call access to the Moodle. You can go through this unit outline, which is already available on the Moodle. You are specifically mentioned as Diploma in Management 2019 D cohort separately. Online students, you have a separate unit outline. Don't download which is not relevant for you, because we are online. The things, some things are, certain things are changed to suit our online method, right? If you have any questions, please let me know. Hello. Now you can on your microphone. Questions? Sonia?
No questions.
Okay.
Yep.
So I would like to start one lesson today, the basic one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this the basic one, basic lesson is project concepts. That is project management. What are different concepts we have? Is it visible for you?
Yeah, it is.
Okay then. The learning outcomes are discuss project concepts and characteristics, differentiate between projects and operations, and discuss the project life cycle. So what is project management and what is project management does normally? right? The project management dilemma is, now you can on your microphone because only 2 members are there. I thought all 7 will be joining so that there may be chaotic sounds in the background, but for 2 members, there is no problem. Please, you can switch on the microphone, no issue, I think. If there is no other unneeded sounds around you, then you can run with the microphone on. The project managers are able to complete. And another point I forgot to let you know that there is a reading material study guide called POMBOK. You just download that. It appears to be very large. It is 900 pages, but don't get scared by looking at the number of pages. You just go through those basic lessons which we are covering so that you can have a good information and voracious knowledge on the project management concepts which we are discussing, right? Now, project management dilemma, which is project managers are able to complete projects on time, within budget, and customers are happy with the end project. This is what the most important aspect we need to look at as a project management. Why? In the sense, the time is very important, because if it is getting delayed, then there is no use. It is like very simple. If anybody places order for a birthday cake, if birthday is on 12th November, but it is delivered on 13th November, that cake will not be useful, right? The same way, the projects also, we need to look at the time and within the time, because if the time exceeds or it gets delayed beyond the schedule, it is not just only delay, but also costs associated. Costs in the sense, your cost of completing the project will increase. And at the same time, if one day it is delayed, suppose establishment of a factory delayed by 1 week, that means that is not only loss of investment or costs escalation for 1 week, but also 1 week the company is losing the business. If the project completes within the time, that 1 week they can manufacture and sell the goods so that they can make a start, but they begin earning the income. So this is what sensitive things. And the project must be completed within the budget. When you are budgeting $1 million, and you must complete within $1 million so that your cost of production will be in the control in the future. And customers are happy, whatever the project you are designing and developing for the customer, whether the customers are happy at the end of the day or not, that is important. That means you must produce quality, you must produce in time, the project should be completed within the time, within the budget, and within the expected quality of the customers, and with the end product. This is what the project manager's dilemma always. So how best we do it? That means meeting in time or completing the project within time, within the budget, and how customers will be happy. These 3 very, very important and vital things involved in the project management of any project. It sounds very simple, but it is not that simple as we discuss, because various hurdles will be there, various problems will be there. We may imagine some problems before that that will happen, but certain problems will come up without notice. And these all very heavy challenges, and how best we manage depends on how best you plan. Have you experienced or heard of projects that were completed late, cost too much, did not meet the needs of their customers, ran over budget, or never completed? Please give any example if you have, any one of you, both of you. Have you heard of any such projects in PNG that were late, completed very late? Please switch on your microphone. Unmute your microphone. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Have you heard of these points? Any such projects were completed late? Have you experienced anything? Have you seen anything?
Yeah, that building at Oracle, the one that was never completed.
Oh, okay. And
You know,
do you have any
really big one, opposite?
Then where is the other man gone? Only we two remained. Sonia.
Oh, only two of us.
We
Yep.
two only. Other person has gone. Oh, my goodness. I was thinking that 3 members are there. At least we 3 are there. Uh,
Yeah.
so have you find any such projects, examples never completed? They started, but they never completed?
Yeah, as I was saying, that building opposite Biggerstead Oracle, the really big one that was never completed. It was supposed
Oh,
to be
that
some
Garden
big
Hills, huh?
hotel, but they never
Garden Hills.
completed it. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
casino,
Yeah,
casino.
I think so. Yeah.
Casino.
Casino. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Oh my goodness, they never completed, and I don't think it will be completed in the coming generation also.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is a big issue, right? How the things are smoothly moving is a big issue and a big challenge for the project manager. So how would we
Yeah.
define a project? See, it is a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product, service, or result. This is what normally called as project in general. So it is a temporary endeavor in the sense, if you take up a project is not management. Project is not a maintenance purpose, but project means a end product will come, and that product, once product came out, then your project is complete. You take, for example, we may also plan for buying a car, new car, for example. We work for 2-3 years to save money and we buy a car. Once we buy the car, that project is over. We do not save for the car. Again, we may take up other project, a house or something. So project end when their objectives have been met or the project has been terminated. Anything comes first. Sometimes it may be completed by achieving all the objectives set for the project, or sometimes there may be a problem and we may terminate the problem. Projects can be large or small, and take a short or long time to complete. We cannot say that every project will take long time or short time. That depends on the volume of delivering the output. So examples of projects that you have been involved. Can you give any example for me?
Actually, I'm on a Nadzap airport redevelopment project in Leh at the moment. I'm working here in the.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it going to be
Yeah.
expanded at the international airport or what?
Yes, it will be.
Oh, great. So they are taking so much effort. Even Madang Airport also they are expanding.
Yeah. So I'm currently on this project at the moment.
Okay. Just wait a moment. I'm just checking. So projects we'll look at anything. We normally involve in the projects. What are the characteristics of the project? Every project is temporary. Every project has a start and end date, because and for a project you decide a starting date, and we decide after ending, we can say that this is the end date after all achievements are done. Every project is an endeavor. Resources such as people and equipment need to do work. So when we look at a project, this is the modus operandi where we may engage the human resource and material resources undertaken by a team or organization, a team or an organization. And therefore, projects have a sense of being international, right? Intentional and planned events. So projects, accidents are not projects, that we must remember. So we intentionally doing and planned and doing these events, that is what project. Some amount of preparation and planning happens first. That is important. After planning, we can decide, we understand and decide whether this will be feasible or not, and we go forward or we stop. Every project has a unique purpose. Every project will have delivery of a particular unique item, right? Purpose. It creates a unique product or service, or this is the deliverable for the project and the reason that the project was undertaken. Every project has primary customers or sponsors. This is very important, because if sponsor is not there, there is no project and there is no project management company. Sponsor usually provides the direction and funding for the project, because this is very important underlying issue. Funding is not done, then there is no prospects for the project. Progressive elaboration, developing in steps, because we cannot do everything in one go. Continuing by increments, because you take, for example, a building. No project manager does have a magic stick. Just you wave the stick in the way what air and a building will be constructed. We are not in the Aladdin days. So the process must go step by step. You cannot do next step without completing the past step. That is what developing steps and continuing by increments. Work done in organizations to maintain the business ongoing activities, no end date, because operations are different from project. Operations in the sense, suppose the expansion of that Leh Najab airport is a project. Once expansion is done, the project is used for flight movement. That is operations. These operations are never ending, because as long as airport and flights are required and people are moving here and there and the cargo is moving here and there, then airport will be in use. Get in?
I'll just go on YouTube and access the video.
This also I will upload, then don't worry. Okay. If you fix the problem so that next sessions we will have some interactive, right? Okay. Welcome. Oh, sorry. So the operations are, anything, operations in sense day-to-day activities and ongoing activities. Any building a sugar manufacturing factory, completion till from the beginning to end of the establishment is a project. But once establishment is done, you need only sugar cane and you have to do certain operations and crushing the sugar cane and converting that into sugar. These are never-ending processes, because as long as sugar required on the earth, you need to run the factory, right? So these are operations. So we must distinguish between these two, operations and project. Operations maintain the status quo, day-to-day running of the business activities, but projects bring development, change, and growth. This is the difference. And project life cycle, series of phases that a project passes through from when it is started to when it is completed. This is what a project life cycle. Normally, life cycle for the human being also we can look at like this. So it will be growing like this, they're coming like this. This is what this is a infant stage and child stage and adult age and old age and declination. The same way, every project will also have certain life cycle stages, and what are the strategies to be adopted at each stage is the most important point to be understood by project manager. The project life cycle is series of phases that project passes through from when it is started to when it is completed. The collection of project phases that defines what work will be performed in each phase. This is important one. Suppose you take in the planning phase, suppose the planning phase, what you do not, no project manager will be moving the mountains. In the planning phase, only documentary work, and he or she will be just going on estimates and assumptions and whatever the planning document talks about. So that is what work will be performed in each stage, what deliverables. That means in each stage, suppose we take this first stage, if you are taking up this first stage, what is the deliverable here? That means what is the result here? Result at the end of this one stage is called deliverable. So the deliverable in the planning stage is, you can find a project document, project plan or project document. The same way, at each stage, once you complete that stage, there must be some kind of achievement. That is called what we call deliverables. Who is involved in each phase? So everybody may not be available everywhere in the project. Suppose sometimes you may find civil engineering people. Civil engineering people will be there. Certain mechanical aspects may be there. Then you can find mechanical engineers. So this way, because if you know what is the date of starting the second stage, for example, you may schedule activity for the people who are involved in this second phase. That way, you can schedule everything on time to reach. And how management will control and approve work produced in each phase. So that is, again, in each phase, there may be some quality assessment and approvals will be there. It is not just simply sponsor will accept whatever you do, no. But a sponsor will come and verify whether you are doing everything as per their what we call standards or not. Then they will approve. Then we go move forward to the next step. These are some examples for project life cycle. You can download these lessons from the Moodle to see, to read them properly, of course. Product life cycle, just explaining pictorially. Then project phases. Phases are normally sequential. That means you cannot, suppose phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. You cannot go from phase 1 to phase 3 directly. The sequential means you must make one after the other, right? Suppose you coming to your project where you involved. Most of the times in the expansion of any airport, first and foremost task is after identifying the required land and land clearance, earthwork will be more, I think, because removing the soft soil and filling the soil with hard soil like gravel or something like boulders and all. Am I right?
Yeah.
So this way, unless you complete the bed stronger, you cannot directly go with runway, what we call construction of the runway. If that is done, the wastage of our resources, because runway may not be sustainable for a long period, because if runways are made on the soft soil, because soft soil always not reliable, that may be what going down when there is some heavy weight on that. So phases usually include starting the project and organizing and preparation. That means planning, organizing, and all those things. Carrying out project works, that is the execution stage, and closing the project. These are a tentative list of the tasks, right? Phase is a collection of logically related activities. Again, starting the project, it may have again different stages, different activities, sorry. That way, everywhere you can find different activities, because that all depends on the particular phase and requirements. Now, Sonia, are you okay? Sonia,
Hear me?
are you okay?
Yep, I'm okay.
Okay, because I could find some sound so that it may be disconnected. That I thought. Okay, the phases and project life cycle. Early phases of a project life cycle, normally resource needs are usually lowest because in the beginning stage, planning stage, you need not employ hundreds of people. Only certain experts will be there, right?
Yep,
You can,
yep, that's right.
yeah. Then level of uncertainty is very high because whether that project will go forward or not, we don't know because we are just planning. And project stakeholders can greatly influence the project because stakeholders will look at various things. So one, suppose I just received last week, one student submitted wrongly a document that tower construction for digital in 7 mile or 6 mile something, I did not remember. So they directly wanted to draw install a tower, telecommunication tower. There is no communication to the community members, so they objected for. So then project, they thought that that will be going on, but that has not been accepted. That way, stakeholders always look at various what we call benefits for them, and they will look at if there is something wrong, they will stop the project. Middle phases of the project life cycle are certainty of the completing a project, because once they jump from this stage to this stage, that means some certainty improvement will be there, because when you feel this is okay or possible in the stage 1, then we go to the stage 2. Certainty of the completing a project improves, more resources are needed. Final phase of the project life cycle, that is again next, goes to the next one, focuses on ensuring that project requirements were met. The sponsor approves completion of the project. So these are some examples. Stage 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a right to left, left to right, like some project. So conception, initiation, phase 1, and definition and planning, and launch of the execution, launch or execution, performance control, and project closing. Oh, everything is done, the project will be closed. So this is another way of explaining. Every stage, what is the requirements, what kind of things are needed. These all given here. Then these are different stages, and of course, project life cycle is not uniform for every project. No, that depends on the project, because sometimes planning phase must be running for a long time because of the project magnanimity of the project. Likewise, so this is the lesson 1, right? Just you can see the initiating phase. You can see the graph is showing very smaller because initiation phase require very small resource and a small time. But coming to the planning, once you decided that, okay, this project we can take up, then we go for the planning. So planning requires little more resources and time. Once planning is successful and execution comes with, the execution is a longer time requirement for the project. And then lastly, that is a closing. That is a closing will be again to close the project. It will take some times, some smaller time. That is a settling the accounts and everything will be there. So this is a lesson 1, right? Can we meet tomorrow or the time around, or you need any time?
Yeah.
Please let me know.
Even no, I can meet whatever time you're able.
Okay, can we make it a little early? Then we'll communicate. I'll communicate again to the all members. Yep. We'll take up second tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Somebody is joining now. Sorry, Jacinta. Jacinta, hello. So now we can schedule depending on the even 11 between 11 and 1. I don't have any problem, or even 10 o'clock also no problem for me.
Yeah.
Because we need.
Yeah, that's fine. I can.
Two half-an-hour sessions makes us to complete more content, right?
Yeah.
Because this we are not using what we call licensed Zoom, so that it will be closing just for 40 minutes. Again, immediately we can reschedule another session.
Yeah, you can reschedule again. Yeah.
Yeah, Jacinta. Hello.
Yes. Yes.
So we'll meet
Hello.
tomorrow. Before that, you download those lessons on the Moodle, and go through the unit outline, because you joined almost at the end of the session. Anyway, you download the lessons and go through the lessons, and also at the same time today,
I'll go to the Moodle and download all that. Yeah.
Download all whatever it is available on that, and you go through the unit outline, and then lesson one. Then I will upload whatever the topic we had the discussion before you join here as a video.
Lesson.
You can listen to that, and you can see the screen, and you can understand what we had the discussion, right? So will it be comfortable for you at 11 o'clock tomorrow, Jacinta? Jacinta?
Yeah, sure. 11 o'clock tomorrow. Okay. Yes.
You
I'm
join at 11 o'clock tomorrow again?
Yes.
Right? I will send the link to you.
Yes.
Okay then. Right? See you.
All right. Yes.
Okay. Have a nice time, and we'll join tomorrow at 11 o'clock without fail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Tomorrow at 11. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Bye.
See you.
Yeah. Bye.